All right, what's going on, guys? Sneaker Professor is back. I have my guy Osato here again, and today this guy blessed us probably something that nobody else does. So he hit on a pair of Galaxy Foamposites, as you guys can see, and he hit them, and he literally hit me up and said, "Yo, do you want this pair?" You know what I'm saying? This guy hit me up and said, "Yo, do you want this pair?" And he blessed me it, and man, I am lucky to have this. Shout out to him, because a lot of guys, especially that the hype is back, are not blessing people deals or retail stuff. Like, this guy just literally blessed us, and now I can show you guys these, and these are super hyped. So huge shout out to Osato. You guys remember him from the last episode. He's the man with all the information on all the sneakers. So let's get into this. So we've got a Nike box, and it's not a normal Nike box because we've got that Galaxy imprint on it, which looks super cool. So right when you guys see these, you guys already know what it is, and you can see that size 13 label on it. And right when you open these, you see more of that like Galaxy wrapping paper stuff. But let's get into these. Get into this guy. So yeah, these kind of look like, from what I remember them looking like back in 2012. So these originally released, as most of you probably know, back in 2012, like I just said, and the hype for these at the time was unreal. So them bringing these back this year is crazy. Nike wants everybody back in the sneaker game. And tell us a little bit about the release. Tell us how limited was this, because he knows the stock numbers. He knows how limited these were. So give us a little bit more in depth into how limited these actually were.
Most definitely. Well, you guys know Nike Air Foamposite Galaxy, probably top 5 most hyped Foamposite Galaxy color of all time. When these first released in 2012, these also released in that same year with the Concords, which people would say the Pigeon SB Dunk started the hype, but I strongly believe the Concords in 2012 and these definitely started the hype and accelerated it. Keep in mind too that the 2010s was the start of the digital age. So when these dropped, once word got out where the stores were dropping, how much each store had in stock, they didn't even want to mention that, but you know, eventually word gets out, people flooded those stores in numbers. I'm talking stores in New York had to shut down because people were literally fighting to get their hands on them. And it got to a point where some people on eBay were willing to trade beat up cars that were still functioning for these, because the demand and the hype for these were just insane. Probably hype at that level, I don't think I've ever seen it yet, besides obviously the Nike Off-White collection, but this is just insane. Like I said, you guys have to see this pair in hand to understand why a lot of people value the shoe. It's insane Galaxy design all across the shoe. Our favorite part of the shoe right here is this remove before flight tag, which I don't know, it's just the finishing touch of the shoe. And then the outsole has like that really nice green glow to it, which by the way, these do glow in the dark. So if you do hold them up to the light a couple seconds, you go into a dark area and it does glow in the dark. Now in terms of how limited these are, extremely limited. Stock number, it's hard to say. I do know on a global scale, it was definitely less than 100,000, even towards the 50,000 mark, because you know, Nike is really working hard on bringing back that exclusivity and limited vibe to their sneakers. You know, like I said in the previous video, a couple years ago, a lot of their stuff was sitting and Nike was tired of that. So now they're bringing back a lot of stuff that we want, but they're also bringing it back in smaller numbers, which will drive the hype, the demand. But you know how it goes, basic economics, low supply, high demand, high prices.
So for these, was the original release date, because us in Canada, they're just starting to release now, but the original release date for the US people that might be watching this, that was previous, right?
Yes, that was previous. They had their release last month, and many of the Canadian retailers and the boutiques did have it on the release calendar. The only issue is a lot of shipments for Canada have been delayed. I am not too sure why. Obviously, there's news about heists and thefts happening on trains that deliver Nike shoes to various places across North America. So I do understand that as well. So we were supposed to get our release last month, but unfortunately got delayed. But sometimes, you know how the saying goes, better late than never. 100%. So when all the retailers and the boutiques drop these, a lot of people signed up. Raffles, some are doing in-store, first come, first serve, completely sold out by now. But man, what a beautiful shoe. What a beautiful shoe.
And guys, I thought April might have been a slow month because, you know, we started off hot. January, the Black Cats, even though there was a delay. Then we had February, the black metallics. We had the lucky shorts that were supposed to release. The flu game, so that was beginning of March. So we've had some good hype releasing, and the cool grade 9s, all that stuff. So we've had some good months. By April, to me, I was like, yo, this month's gonna be slow. Like, I'm not seeing anything that catches my eye in particular this month. But then I'm hearing the Kobe's. I'm seeing the galaxies we're getting here. And then at the end of the month, we get the Bread 11 lows. I think the Obsidian 1 lows released tomorrow, which not a crazy hype. But this month is actually better than I honestly like really thought about. And then they've got those Kobe 6 Dodgers or something, or those 8s or whatever.
The Kobe 6 Dodgers.
Yeah.
Beautiful
So
color.
those also this month. So this month is actually pretty jam-packed with some, not just Jordans. Like this month is jam-packed with like a different dimension of types of sneakers. You've got the Kobe's foams, you had the Air Maxes that just released, the 95s we were just speaking about, and then you've got those Jordan 11 lows towards the end of the month, and then you've got some women's release 4s and stuff. So April honestly is a pretty good month, and I'm pretty sure every month this year is going to be pretty insane with something. So you guys get your money right. Like this is an expensive year, an expensive hobby to be in this year, because you were not getting last year, like we spoke about this before, like the shoes sat last year and everything. This year shoes is not sitting like it was last year, unless they're just, you know, regular colorways and stuff. You know, certain stuff you guys know will sit, but we saw even the cool grade 9 sold out. So that shows you guys kind of what we're in for this year. And if you're a big size like us, probably even shoes that will sit might still be sold out. So it's gonna get a little tough this year, guys. You know, pick and choose what you want and put in the footwork to get these sneakers. I went raffles for these, and obviously, like I didn't expect to hit on these, but you know, shout out to my guy. He super helped us out with this. And if you guys want to stay updated with all your information, because I swear to God, I'm not even being biased, I get all my information now from following his page on Instagram, because he posts every single sneaker update and release possible. So I'm gonna show you guys a picture of his actual page. It's called the Toe Box. So I'm gonna show you guys a picture of that, and you guys can go and follow that. Make sure you guys tap in. If you guys like my videos, you'll like this page as well, because he provides not just stuff in Ontario, but stuff all over Canada, US, etc. So, and he will provide you guys. These stock numbers might look good, they might look bad, they might look crazy. He'll show you guys everything. He provides information, early pictures, early access, and if you have questions, I'm sure he'd be able to help with any questions you guys might have about any information regarding a shoe, right?
And it's the same thing with raffle details. I know there's people who don't mind paying extra taxes and duties for shoes. Like for example, for the Kobe's, not a lot of Canadian stores did get them, unfortunately, but the ones that we expect to get them, like Livestock, Size Canada, all those guys, they definitely got them. Definitely.
Foot Locker, sorry to cut you off. Foot Locker, so I hear that they're getting them, but then again, I'm speaking to managers at Foot Locker, they're telling me they don't even know. So do you know anything about the Foot Locker for all our Canadians?
Yeah, so that one's a very tough one. Foot Locker has gotten past Kobe releases. It's just because this one is so limited, it's hard to say. So at the moment, we do know select boutiques like the ones I just mentioned, Livestock, Size Canada, those guys will get them. As for Foot Locker, it's unknown at the moment, because earlier this month, they did have it on their release calendar, and then the next day it just disappeared. So I was like, okay, are they not getting it? Are they getting it, or just dropping it as a surprise? It's unknown at the moment. So we just have to wait and see. Hopefully something comes up at least tomorrow. If not,
You might not even get them at Foot Locker. But guys, another cool thing that I like about, you know, these Foamposites is they don't have the old shape of the Foamposites that the previous Galaxies had. They kind of did a revamp. I believe it was maybe 2022 or 2021 with the Foamposite shape or something like that. So it's not that huge, crazy, bulky Foamposite. It's still a Foamposite, it's still gonna be bulky. But this shape kind of reminds me of like how the shapes kind of released back in the day, type thing. Like if you had an old pair of, like, for example, like a 99 pair of the blue Foamposite, like the original one, or the 2000, whatever year it was, like, you know, the shape was similar to this. So guys, I kind of like the shape a little bit better on these two. I'm just not as used to it because I'm used to the older shape, but these look nice in hand. It feels good, and you guys know Foamposites are very durable. So if you guys pick these up, it's a nice cop. I would keep these, if you want my opinion, I'd keep these on ice for now. I'm not gonna lie.
The pair I have at home, I look at it so often, it's to the point where you want to wear it, but then you think to yourself, not now. I ordered some sole protectors just in case, but Even then, I probably might use the sole protectors on a pair of Air Forces, all whites, all blacks, because I will wear those more than these. This is a shoe, whether you're a collector or you're flipping, especially for those who are collecting, this is a shoe, if you have in your collection, you're just going to really admire it and think to yourself, I own one of the greatest sneakers of all time. This shoe accelerated the hype in the digital age. This and the Concord in 2012, there's no other shoe that did that. I understand the OGs, the older heads will say the Pigeon Dunks. I 100% understand that. But these right here accelerated it to the max. From 2012 to 2019, Nike and Jordan hype has just been consistent because of these right here. Promise you, if you get these in hand, you will not regret it.
So guys, that's it for this video. Shout out to Osato again for bringing us this pair to show you guys exclusively. So let me know, did you guys cop, did you drop, are you guys going to pay resale? What's going on with these? And stay tuned, I'm going to be more consistent this month. I haven't been making as many videos, but don't worry, I'm back making more videos again. It's been a couple weeks. I think the last video I dropped was with my homie Osato here, but we're back again. So that's it for this. Peace, guys.
Like and subscribe. Great guy right here. Best videographer in the city, I promise you. Amazing content, amazing content.
Peace.